But ever since then, I love being a pastor. I love everything about it. I love walking with you. I love ministering with you. I love being your shepherd. I love waking up every day between 3 and 4 o'clock and starting my day in the office. It's awesome. To me, it's a gift. 37 years ago, 38 years ago, I forget when it was. I think it's 37 years ago when I received my first call. Ever since then, I've thought about it as a gift. A gift to live as a pastor, to serve as a pastor in a relational ministry, and that's very important to me. I'm not one of your CEO types of pastor. I'm more relational. Now, that might sound different and weird that I see the pastoral office as a gift, but I do. It's a gift that God has given to His church. It's a gift that God has given to certain men, because as I'll pick up in a few moments, not all men are pastors, and according to our LCMS, women are not pastors. But I get to all that in a moment. But it's a gift, I say, because it's up to you. You, as a church, have the right of electing and ordaining pastors in a duty and responsibility.
Let's pause it right there for a second and answer the question, how does a pastor receive his first call? I'm going to use myself as an example. In my last year's seminary, I had to go up before a board of review, a certification process, where 3 faculty members in the seminary sat down with me and we had a 2-hour discussion. Part of it, I defended my thesis. The other part of it, they asked me theological and doctrinal questions. And after the 2 hours, I was asked to leave the room and then brought back in 5, 10, 15 minutes later and found out if I was certified or if I was not certified. As you can see, I was certified. The next step in the process was then they filled out the paperwork and sent it off to the synod. There's a meeting every February in St. Louis where the Council of Presidents, that's the 35 district presidents, get together with all these names and then all the churches requesting a seminarian to be their future pastor. This is where the district presidents look over the paperwork and the churches and they match up pastors, future pastors, to churches. That gets ironed out, it gets put into an envelope, and it gets sent back to the seminary for call day. Big worship service, and in the middle of the service, you receive your first call. And my first call was to St. John's Lutheran Church in Britain, South Dakota. That happened back in April. February was a meeting, but I got my first call in April of 1986. All right, let's get back to our sermon.
Now, I am a pastor because I have a divine call from you guys, Redeemer Lutheran Church. And I have received that call and signed that document a year ago this Sunday. And so I'm a pastor because of you guys. And that's what I need to remember every single day. I am a pastor because of you. You see, you have called me to be a pastor. You see, a pastor is a pastor when he receives a call from a congregation. Hence, a district president is just that, a district president. He's not a pastor. And he's referred to as district president, or president so-and-so, or reverend doctor, or reverend, because he doesn't have a divine call to serve as a district president. You see, it's through you, through a congregation, that God places men to be the shepherd of that congregation. And that's something I'm ever mindful every single day. I'm a pastor because of you. So I need to say thank you for allowing me to be a pastor and your pastor.